Hey, hi. This is Marco. I'm a PGI consultant, and yes, we all have been programmed from birth. And in this video, I'm going to share what you can do about it. From birth, we've been programmed and are still being programmed today. How do we know that it's actually true? Because we let the outside dominate the inside. We've been programmed to let present results and circumstances dominate our mind and control it. Now, just think about it. What would happen if you could not use your mind anymore? Would you be able to do or to achieve anything? What would happen with you? We don't want to imagine that, but you can think about that we would not do much, right? We would be kind of a vegetable, basically. So we have to recognize that, and we have to become aware that we have to change something on a deep level. And if we don't, we are going to get the same results over and over again. Like the results that we've gotten in the past, we are going to get in the future. Not much is going to change. Yes, the results can be different, but they will always be kind of on the same level. Nothing much will change. 10% up or down, ongoing. And that's not really a dramatic effect, right? We have to learn that only by changing our paradigms, we are going to change our results we are having in our lives. I've seen a lot of people struggling because of that. And back then, when I saw them, I did not know what I know today. One time there was a lady. She had a decent job, but she went from month to month. She went by and had what she needed to live from month to month, from paycheck to paycheck. And at one point, she started to complain, like, I guess it became too much for her, right? So she started to complain that somebody bumped into her car. Things that she had at home started to break down. She started to get health issues and so on and so forth. And she started saying and asking the question to herself, why is this always happening to me? And just this frame of mind shows us that we are actually influenced by the results we are getting. And what I mean with results, I don't just mean what we do and achieve or the money we earn or whatever, but everything, what's happening around us. For example, somebody bumps in our car, or we are lucky and nothing happened. Somebody crossed in front of us and we were like fast enough to react in a way that nothing happened. So that's also a positive result, right? So results in all areas in any shape or form. So basically, back to that lady, it wasn't her fault, but what was happening to her, however, was in harmony with her. She was in harmony with what was happening. Regardless of the results we are getting, we have them because we are in harmony with them. Our paradigms are in harmony with them because we have been programmed that way. Now, think about your parents or your grandparents. Think about your family. Oftentimes, we are very similarly programmed as our parents. And that's normal because we've spent a lot of time with them. And we have also similar behaviors or traits even, or even similar thought patterns and oftentimes beliefs. And that's a normal thing. However, this is exactly the programming I'm talking about. And not only that we are getting and becoming programmed by and through our parents, but through everything that's happening around us. The moment we went to school, and you might have experienced that, and where the teacher was explaining something in front of the class and you were looking out the window, and the teacher told you, Bob, listen to me, don't look outside of the window. And you had to be alert and allow the teacher to tell you what to think about. The teacher told us what to do, what to think about, how to solve issues. And this went on for quite some years. And I went to university as well. These kind of situations kept on going, right? So this is a programming sequence that is repeatedly happening in our lives. That's why we are still programmed, and we allow the outside to influence what we think and how we think. And in order to break that, we have to break the paradigm. We have to recognize this fact, and we have to become consciously aware that we have to truly change our paradigms, because we are fully ruled by our paradigms. And paradigms are nothing else than a multitude of habits. Now, the story from the lady, and you might have remembered some other stories, or you have experienced or are experiencing something similar, where repeated things are coming up, perhaps not on a daily basis, perhaps on a yearly or monthly basis, perhaps in your business, perhaps in your sales conversations, perhaps even in your salary or in your turnaround or in your top or bottom line of your business. It doesn't matter what that is, but the process is always the same. The one that is ruling everything in our lives is the paradigm. So how does that work? The fact that we are ruled by our paradigms comes from the fact that we are ruled by our outside world, by our environment, and we gather and get information from our teachers, from books or whatever, through our five senses. We have five senses. We can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Our five senses are connected to this circle, which is divided. The upper part of this circle is our conscious mind. This is our logical mind. This is the part of the mind that stores information. So everything that we know is stored up here. The lower part of that circle is our unconscious or subconscious mind. This is the part of the mind that is referred to as the emotional part of the mind. It's referred to as the emotional part of the mind because our feelings reside here. And inside of this part of the mind, in a section of the subconscious mind, there are paradigms, a multitude of habits stored. And as you can see, the big circle is connected to a smaller circle. This smaller circle we refer to the body. This is our body, right? Our physical manifestation. So our subconscious mind is connected to our body. Our paradigm controls our body. The body is a mere instrument to our mind. So that means that whatever has been impressed upon our conscious mind, and we have been thought about that for a certain period of time, or we got emotionally involved in, our subconscious mind took it and started to hold true. This is where our beliefs come from and how we build beliefs. And based on these beliefs and facts and truths, our body started to move, or we can say we behave based on what we believe and based on the habits we have. So our behavior is based on what's stored in our subconscious mind. It's our paradigms that dictate how we behave. Now, our behavior is our actions that we do, the work we do, how we speak, what we do, when we do, everything. And there is a universal law, a natural universal law, which says action equals reaction, right? Whatever we do comes back to us. So if our behavior is based on the paradigm, not based on what we think, it's not based on what we know. It's not based on the ideas we get. It's not based on the dreams we have. It's not based on what we want, but it's based on the paradigm we hold in our subconscious mind. So our behavior sends out an action, and the action and reaction creates a result. So if I go out and am polite to somebody and help somebody up, I will get a reaction from that person thanking me and being grateful. So the result might be me feeling very nice and well, or whatever, right? The same applies if a person is rude, or if we go and do something without any plan, or just because we are mad or whatever. The behavior is the action that we set out. And based on the universal law, there's always a reaction. Action and reaction point one towards each other, and what is created is the result, right? So this is why our mind, and this stick person is our mind. It's a very simplistic way of explaining the processes of our mind. Both circles, all three parts, are part of our mind. So the moment we are programmed and our mind is being hijacked, basically, we are not aware of what we do. Our behavior changes without our awareness. And we have to make sure that we recognize that first. We become aware of that first. And it's really key that unless we change our paradigm, nothing's going to change. And that is a key thought and a key truth. Paradigms are a multitude of habits, and unless we change our habits, nothing is going to change. And habits are not just physical, like the way I brush my teeth, the way or when I'm waking up or going to bed, the diet I follow, if I do sports, if I exercise. These are, I refer to them, physical habits. But the habits, the paradigms that are harder to become aware of and recognize are the mental habits. How do I react in certain situations? How do I act and react towards myself? What is the image I hold of me? Do I believe in myself? Am I confident in going into a journey that I have no idea about? Or am I confident starting something new that I don't have the full knowledge about, or a clearly defined plan or way, whatever? These are all mental habits, and much, much, much more. What do I believe I can do? What do I believe I can create through my business with my clients? What do I believe you can create if you become a client of mine? What do I believe is a part of my paradigm? So becoming aware of these things are key to changing results. The effects can be dramatic in a positive sense. You can go from, you can leverage your results by 1,000%. I've seen that. However, it takes effort, it takes time, and especially it takes commitment to do so, to change the paradigms, but it is well worth it. This is Marco. Thank you for watching and liking.